Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm the Delivery Whiz, and I'm back today with a new video. Yes, I've been away for a few weeks because I have been endeavoring in the apparel business with a few friends, and we are trying to create billiard t-shirts and apparel for the billiard industry and maybe the sports industry moving forward. That being said, from the 22nd until just the other day, the BCA Nationals was here in Las Vegas at the Rio, and we had a booth. We were there, and we also played the team event in the bronze division. How did it go? I mean, this is a delivery channel, but I will just say we did pretty good. We got our name out there, which is Annihilation. Yes, it's spelled A9HIL 8ION, and that is the brand we are going to move forward with, and hopefully it will do well. But Annihilation, and that's how it's pronounced. Yes, we're using the 9-ball and the 8-ball in the logo. Anyhow, we were there every day. We met a lot of great people. We did okay, and we finished in 3rd place in the team event in the bronze division. It's not first, but it's not last. We finished in 3rd. We did way better than any of us thought we were going to do, and we had a lot of fun. And I know if anybody's out there interested in pool, watching these videos, I'll leave a link to our store below, and you can check it out. Maybe you'll get something, maybe you won't. It's okay. Even some criticism. Check it out, and you can send me a message here on YouTube. Hey, Delivery Whiz, your stuff sucks. Or, hey, Delivery Whiz, there's a couple things in there. It's okay. But if you don't, you don't. If you do, you do. It'd be great. Anyhow, back to the topic at hand, which is delivery and gig work here in Las Vegas. Today's video is about, is it worth it to refer a friend and get the bonus? They get 600, you get 900. A lot of times, most people are going to chop that in half because the person doing all the deliveries doesn't seem that it's fair for them to do it all, and then you get 900. But again, they wouldn't even get 600 if you didn't refer them, and that was the referral bonus here in Vegas for a while. Refer a person is 900 for the referrer and 600 for the person doing it. And you have to do 290 deliveries in 60 days. That's a lot. It's about 5 deliveries a day if you break it down and go out every day just to make it easier on yourself. Or obviously you can go out and try to jam them all in up front, get it done fast and get the bonus. Or you can, skip a couple days and then get worried near the end that you're not going to make it. I wouldn't know anything about that because, I never did that, but maybe I did. Anyhow, I am going to go over what the person I referred to made for the 290 deliveries, the time it took, the amount per delivery, the amount per hour, then include the actual time spent. If I said that already, I apologize. And then also with the bonus 600, not the 900, we're just going to count 600. Okay, let's get started. All right, first off, the total amount made for 290 deliveries was $1,742.48. And yes, if you see me browsing down at my phone a little bit, I tried to memorize this, but it's a lot of information to memorize, so I'm cheating a little bit, so pardon me if I look down. I just want to give you accurate information. All right, we will move on to total hours worked. I am not going by dash time, I'm going by real time. They have 2 categories. Active time, not dash time, active time, I call it dash time, or real time. I'm going by straight real time, not the nonsense active time. The active time for this was 117 hours and 5 minutes. Yes, you heard me, 117 hours and 5 minutes. It sounds like a lot, and the money made sounds like a lot, but we're going to break it down more. So, average per delivery was $6. Okay, we're talking Las Vegas, and the times that were spent were all weekend. Friday from 4 to 10, 11, midnight. Saturday the same, and Sunday the same. The 3 busiest days of the week. $6 average per delivery. That's not a lot, I'm going to tell you, people. But it's not just none at all. So, you take it for what it is. I know what it is. As soon as I break down some more information here, we'll have it all laid out like a roadmap. So, made per hour was $14.88 per hour. That's a little less than the average, they say, here in Vegas, which is 17. And the problem is sometimes you'll sit there for a half an hour and not get any orders, even though you're sitting right in the hotspot. And I'm just going to attribute that to there's a lot of DoorDash drivers out there. The economy is low, the inflation is high, and people need a side gig hustle to make ends meet. And DoorDash is an easy way to do that. You don't have to go every day if you don't want to. You set your own hours, basically. And when I been out there myself before, and when my friend was out there, they were telling me that they would get to some place like Chick-fil-A, and there'd be 4, 5, 6 other drivers there already. And the same goes for pizza places like Little Caesars. They complained that they got there and they were backed up so far on a Saturday night at like 8 o'clock. They had to wait sometimes in excess of 40, 45 minutes to get the food and then deliver it on top of it after that. And then you're going to say, well, Wiz, why didn't they just drop it? Yes. After a while, DoorDash pops up and says, do you want to get rid of this order with no penalty? The problem is you're trying to finish deliveries, and let's say that Little Caesars one that you took has 2 deliveries on it, and it's short distance, say like 2-3 miles. It's up to you or the person that was doing this refer a friend quest if they want to. My friend decided to wait it out, and that's what skewed the numbers a little bit, I feel. Anyhow, it was $14.88 per hour. Okay, now we're going to move on and include the $600 bonus. So with the $600 bonus, that makes a total $23.42.48. So that's quite an increase from $1,700. We'll just call it. We won't get the exact amount here. Then that moves up the amount made per delivery, $8.07. Now that's a little bit better. You know, you're thinking, oh, $8 if you can do 3, 4, you know, that's, you know, $24, $20 to $32 an hour. Unfortunately, you'll find out in a second that's not the case when I finish. So then that was per hour, $20.02, which is quite a big step up from $14. That's a $6 step up per hour. For anybody, that's huge. You know, if you're going to tell me that I can make $14 an hour driving or $20 an hour driving, and it's a difference of a company, I'm going to choose the company that's at 20, obviously, and so would you. And I would suggest that, you know, for your own benefit, do this math without the Quest 2. If you're just out there door dashing and see. So you can, you know, maybe look at multi-apping if you're not already. Believe me, that helps these numbers. This was just straight DoorDash, nothing else involved, if I didn't mention that before. No multi-apping, no cheating, no nothing, just straight going out for 8 hours, 9 hours, whatever my friend did, and just straight DoorDash, nothing else. So you can kind of see why some of the other influencers or gig tubers on here stress the importance of multi-apping, and I'm going to stress it as well. You need to do it. It's just not financially feasible without it, because you can see the numbers here without it. Okay, so we covered made per hour with the bonus. Now, that doesn't leave much information left except how many deliveries per hour did we average. If you divide 290 by the time spent, it comes out to 2.47 deliveries per hour. I mean, what? 2.5 deliveries per hour? That is low in my opinion, especially here in Vegas on the busiest nights of the week. But part of the problem is they get swamped, they get back behind, they start crying about not having enough help these days. You know, they're understaffed is the politically correct term that they use. And then 2.4. That when I saw all these numbers laid out on paper, I was beside myself, really. I'm going to say that I expected my friend to get 3 to 4 deliveries per hour with an average about $8, $9, $10 an hour. And it's just not like that. I looked through my friend's log to see just how many tippers versus non-tippers. And honestly, the tips were there, okay? The tips were there. Were there some non-tippers? Yes, plenty of non-tippers. And they took those orders because they were usually like 1-2 mile McDonald's, $2.50 base pay, orders just to get an order in the books to finish the quest. But I did not do the math for that, but just looking at it and remembering it now, I believe that it was about 50-50. Maybe it was 45% non-tippers. It wasn't too far off. Actually, it might even have been 60% tippers, 40% non-tippers. And I looked, again, like I said, I looked through all the payouts or the completed jobs, and there was good tips. I'm not going to pretend like there was no good tips, but even with the good tips, you can see that this is what we have. So all you can do is, if you want to get involved with DoorDash and you have someone that's already involved and they have a code, go ahead and do it. I feel like it's worth it, especially, let's say I add another 450, so how do we do it? 1,500, 750, 600, 150 on here. That's going to increase the money made by 150 and the dollars per hour, $2, and you're at 22 bucks. Anybody who says you can make $22 an hour working at your own pace, doing your own thing at your whenever you want, and you get paid, it's not a bad gig. But after that, once that quest and bonus falls off, then you want to start to get back to just multi-apping. And I can't, again, stress how important that is, because without this bonus, you can see what you're going to make at 290 deliveries here in Las Vegas, where you feel like, hey, it's got to be busy, especially on the weekends, and there's got to be some decent tips. But, you know, it is what it is. That's the industry. And unfortunately, these places are charging the delivery fee, high food prices, and whatnot. And it leaves very little to pass on to the driver. And for all those who did tip graciously, and there were some who did more than others, thank you very much. Every driver out here appreciates that, because, you know, we are driving our cars. We have to pay insurance. If you have a combustion car, you have to pay the gas, or if you have an electric car like myself, you have to charge it. Sometimes it costs, sometimes you have to wait and charge it at home. But it really isn't bad with the bonus. So anyhow, without the bonus, I mean, 14 bucks an hour, I don't know if I can just do straight DoorDash. That's the moral of the story. You cannot just work one of these gig apps by itself. And I know you're going to say, Wiz, all these people before you have said that. I understand, but now I have a little bit more proof to the pudding, and I wanted to share, and we can see it's definite. You must do UberEats or rideshare or InstaCart or anything else that you have, Skipcart, Grubhub, whatever you can get involved with in your market. And just like that, it's the end of today's video. I sure glad you joined me for this one. This was very fun for my friend to do with my assistants, and where to drive and what to do and what to take and whatnot. They called me constantly. I'm going to say that I felt like I was there with them the majority of the time. I wish I would have rode with them a few times. Maybe it would have been more fun. Maybe I could have filmed some of that and shared with you. Who knows? But if you can get a referral code from any of these gig apps, from any of your friends in your market, please get them. They will help you get started. And after that, you never have to deliver for them again if you don't want to. You can just do it until you get that nice little bonus. And if your friend is willing to chop it with you, that's even better. You get a little bit more. You get paid for the deliveries, and then you can call it a day. That's my suggestion. If you really want to do gig work on the side, obviously we've already covered this. Multi-app. Get signed up on as many as you can and work them all at the same time. Again, thanks for joining me on this one. I sure enjoyed doing it. It was very fun to sit down and do the numbers and see it down on paper and then be able to share it with you. We'll have more videos obviously moving forward. And again, sorry for the delay. We were involved with the BCA National Tournament that lasted 11 days, and that is why I didn't put up any shorts or any long videos. And stay tuned for the next video. It'll be out within the next couple of days. And look for my shorts. They're usually pretty funny and good. I at least get a chuckle out of them. Anyhow, see you soon. And you know what I say? Don't take the crap order that wants you to drive from, say, Centennial Hills, Las Vegas to the Strip for $2.50 base pay and no tip. Just don't do it.